Welcome back. We're back to working on a 1968 C10 in bright white. Not a ton done this week, but we'll make a quick video. You guys can see what's going on. I got a little bit of work to do on this door, and then start on another door. Remember last week we painted that dash. I just got this cover in here so I can start working on the, whatever we call it, around the window, so we can seal that window in. But I forgot, I never did get the seam seal that I like. So I don't know what to tell you yet. I'll get back to you on seam seal. But right now, seam sealer that I like is from LMC. I should have just ordered it from LMC, but I got to pay shipping on it. So instead, I went with the company that does free shipping. So I ordered this seam seal. It's supposed to be paintable and all that, and it showed up and it says polyurethane on it. I ain't figured out what that is yet. When I open it up, I'll let you know. It's got like a tin can on the bottom, because once you open this, you pretty much got to use it all. You could vacuum seal this and it might last a little while, but I don't have one of them out here. But so I ordered another brand, this seam sealer. There, now this is gray and this is white. Yeah, that's irritating. So maybe this seam sealer will be, no, it's polyurethane too. And guess what? Now, I've never had that before, and I have bought polyurethane, so they're different, but kind of the same. I don't know, when I open them, I'll tell you, I'll show you, I'm confused. But we will be getting a window done or something where I need that. I'll open those up, I'll let you know. So I got a third seam seal. I'm not gonna grab it, but it's this gray stuff here, and I don't know, it's fine. I like the other stuff better, and I can't find it only one place. I didn't feel like making an order for just a tube of that. I have other things to order. I should have sat down and made a full big order, but again, not my truck. I'll talk to Tom about next order and what we're going to do. There's a local place we've been dying to go check out. It's got 67 to 72s, and we just haven't made it there in the last, I don't know, 2 years. But this year, him and I are going to go, and we're going to see what they have available. So let me show you what's going on and get some work done. I do this every week. You see this hood, right? I'm down to wet sand now. I just got a wet sand. Have I done it? No. Okay, so now onto the door. All right, this is the door we've been working on, the driver door. And then next I got the door over there. I'll show you a little bit of it, but you don't want to just see another door probably. All right, now to today's issue. I put my last skim coat. I just had a couple little freckles in here I needed to fill in. So I just gave it a light skim coat one last time. That's going to be it for the door bottom. Finioso, finished, however you say that. But my issue, I don't know what you guys would do. Do it right. I know somebody's going to tell me that I should do it right. Well, whatever right is, I'm going to get you in even closer. So we had one of them big mirrors on this years ago. And I've already filled these. I welded these at the top. And then I've just put a light coat of filler just to get the bumps out of it. And the door on a soft spot like this, I don't want to weld them. You get the wrinkle. Of course, it's already wrinkled up because when you put them big mirrors on there, somebody always hits the garage with them, so it's got some low spots. I probably could have got away with welding those, but I don't. I back them with tape, and then I smash JB weld in, or whatever two-part mix you want to use. This is like 2,700 PSI stuff. It should last. I did it on my truck bed. It never shrank. It never popped out. I say never. It's been a year. But I really like it. It seems really hard. It's good stuff. It doesn't sand real easy, so you just leave it a little low. Put a little skim coat of filler on there and sand it. But when you back tape that and then you mash in the JB, it goes in the hole and surrounds it, kind of like a mushroom. So it won't fall out, and you leave a little on top so it won't go back. The biggest issue, let me get right to it for you. This is a prime example for me to where I want to use the JB weld, or again, whatever brand you use. I don't know how well you can see that, but we're looking at the right thing. There's where your door handle goes, and it bolts through here. I've never seen this before, but there's a rust hole there. And the metal's good around it, but I don't know what happened. Doesn't matter what happened. There's a backer plate in here, maybe some mud or something. I don't know how it got in there, but something got in there and held moisture in that spot. The problem with welding this is the same thing. You're going to get this shrinking, and it's going to move this door handle, and there's just no way to get this pocket and everything right again. Driver's side, you want to reach up to the handle and see, boop, 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 boop. That's the noise for wobble. And then by the time I cut it out, make sure I get plenty of good metal. I'm going to be too big. I'm going to have a lot of shrinkage. The door handle's not going to fit right. So I'm going to my JB Weld fill on this one. Again, we should have bought a door. We should have bought a hood. You should have bought a new truck, you know? Come on. We're working on old stuff. You just figure out what you got to do and do it. So let's do that together real quick before we jump over to the last item. Yeah, I know. Workbench. It's a mess. Why is it a mess? Because I'm working. If I didn't do any work, I could have a nice, shiny, clean desk. Workbench, whatever. So I don't know. How much am I going to need? Probably not much. I always mix more. I don't want to do two different applications. The chance at lifting or not sticking good. So just use a little extra and make sure you have enough. It's the cost of doing business, folks. Get the same amounts of each, which I don't know. You just guess at it. Everything's guessing. Besides, in this world, everything's junk anyway. So this JB Weld's not junk yet. That's pretty good stuff. Sure, it has its limits, and maybe this isn't body shop professional way. You can decide and judge on your own. But I have found this to be the easiest, which is always something that everybody wants to do the easiest, and effective way to do this. And I've not had it pop or crack. I even did some holes in my truck bed with it. I don't know if I told anybody that. It doesn't matter. You've probably seen it on some of my videos somewhere. All right, so let's kind of do this today. It'll be dry in, I don't know, 24 to 48 hours, something like that. I always give it a couple days just to make sure. And all you got to do is just JB Weld, but you don't want to just put it on top like that and call it good. You kind of want to give it a push or 2 or 3 or 5. Push it in there, get it around that, what did I put? Tape that I got in there. Push it in, make sure it's deep enough. I always do swirls, like mixing motion. Kind of work it in that hole real good and get all the surrounding area. That helps me to make sure I don't leave it low. That way I can grind it flat and do what I got to do. See, I got extra, nothing to do with it. You can't see, but there's a spot over there. I don't know. I'm going to use it because that's the kind of guy I am. I'm probably going to regret doing that. No, looks good. Well, I'm going to save that popsicle stick. Somebody save that popsicle stick, Darren. All right, there's that. I'll go wipe it off with a paper towel. I'll do it later. No, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Exhaust. I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to throw it away. I can't. See that? I can't. I'll put that back there, and I'll leave that there, and I'll wipe it up when you're not watching. I can't. This is who I am. All right. I don't know if you guys watched last week. Of course you watched last week. And then 1, 2, 3. There you had 3 seconds to see that. So I've got this all but done, meaning not completely done. I got you in kind of close too. So I've got it up to the headers. Everything's clear. Everything's full welded. That one has a slip together deal, inner and outer. And when I'm sure I'm happy, I'll clamp that into place. Now you can get them apart, but it's not fun. And then you'll see here, I got quite a gap there. Well, if I cut the back a little bit, that'll fit back in there a little tighter, and I'll weld it. The issue is I don't want to weld this last part here because I haven't got the donuts or header gaskets in yet. So I want to buy some good quality header gaskets and get them all bolted in and tight before I do my last weld and my clamp. Something to think about so you don't have tension or pressure on it. And once you weld it, you can't take it apart. So you can always just cut it and pull it in 2 pieces. But there's the exhaust. It's together. And then the next thing I'm working on, I might as well got to do the shop tour. We do it every week, don't we? The next thing I'm thinking about, again, I got to do things that aren't necessarily video fun, but it's all got to be done. So the next thing I'm considering is starting to get in this area. Now remember, my point to this was the cab's going to be done shortly, a couple weeks, I don't know. And I'm going to set it on here. And when I do, I want this ready. Well, here, can I get you up for now? Up on the motor, maybe not. Up on, yeah, I do. Up on the motor, we have a GM slip fitting, and I've got one. You can buy these, and they're not cheap. I don't know. I think this was like $6 or something just for that. But that goes into the hard plastic or the good rubber approved. Snap on there, and then right there's my fuel line. So as you see, I either figure out a way to hook it up and weasel it up in there now, or should I wait till the cab is on? Because the firewall is going to be right in this area somewhere. So I can kind of sneak up the firewall and mount it this way away from the exhaust and just hop over there. Or I could do my fancy wrap stuff, metal slip over stuff, and come up into this area behind the motor and firewall. And that would be fine. In this area where the shifter's at, there won't be a lot of heat, and I can take a screw here, hook it or something. I might do that just to make it look better. So I got that to keep in mind, and I have to figure out these wires somewhere, sometime. You don't want to talk about wires, do you? I have to figure out where this mess goes. Probably after we get the cab on. I just don't want to miss something while I'm here. The cab is off. So that's all I got in mind there, and that's what I'm doing. Give you this side view of the exhaust. It's done. It was fun. Lots of welding, lots of back and forth, but I enjoy all that. I do have to heat this rod, wrap it around, and weld it on there. Before I do that, weld will be handy. This side here is already all done. Measure my drive shaft, and the cab's ready to go on. So the chassis is in pretty good shape. Before I put the cab on, I'll wipe this all down because it's just got, a year's worth of dust on it from working on everything else. And I'll probably grab a can of high heat and black out the exhaust. Just make it look, I don't know. Nobody's going to see it under there. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. That's it, folks. Busy week. You're tired of hearing me talk about how busy I am. We're all busy, got things to do. But farming's starting, and spring is always fence time. So I just been mending fences and what have you. But that and doing a lot of sanding that nobody enjoys doing or watching. So I'll get this tightened up this week. I'm close to finish. Just a little bit of work here and just a little bit up there. But I'll get this door done this week, and unfortunately, I got to start on the other one. But now I've done one. It wasn't that hard. This seam wrap over thing I did on the inside worked out great. The outside of this one isn't too bad. I don't remember what the other one looks like. We'll figure it out one way or another. But that's it for this week. Quick video, quick time just to tell you guys hi, show you what's going on, kind of do a walk around and a talk around. And thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. And again, we'll see you next week. We'll try and keep rolling around. I'll let you know when there's good ones, when there's not. I'll put better names on those. But for this week, got some progress done. We'll see you next week. Oh, I got a couple new viewers. I always forget that. Don't remember the names right now. I think Steve. Thank you, Steve. See ya.